Hi, I've been listening to your channel for a while now. I've hesitated to reach out, but hearing other people share their experiences made me feel less alone. So I wanted to send this to you. My daughter passed away when she was 27. Her name was Anne Christie da Silva. I mention her full name because it matters for what happened, but also because I don't get to say it much anymore. I've learned that bringing her up in casual conversation usually just sucks the air out of the room. People get quiet or they give you that pitying look, so mostly I just keep her to myself. Last year, right around the anniversary of her death, I was in Mexico. I hadn't planned the trip because of the date, honestly. I think I just needed to physically get away from my house. The air there felt too heavy. I wasn't looking for some kind of spiritual awakening or signs from the other side. I just wanted to be somewhere where nobody knew my story, just staring at the ocean. One afternoon, I went for a walk down the beach. It was one of those loud, busy days. The sand was packed with families' parents chasing toddlers with sunscreen, kids screaming and running into the surf. It was chaotic and full of life. I was walking through it, but I felt completely invisible. You know that feeling when you're grieving? Your body is walking, but your head is miles away. I was just watching my feet, trying to ignore the noise. Then I stopped, because right in my path, someone had drawn a massive heart in the sand. It wasn't just a faint scratch with a stick. It was huge, and the lines were thick and deep. You could tell the kids had used their hands to scoop out the wet sand to make the shape bold. It looked like they had just finished it moments before I walked up, fresh and impossible to miss. But what made me freeze were the letters written inside: ACDS and Christie da Silva. If it had just been the letters and S, maybe I would have kept walking. But it was all for initials. Her first, her middle, and our last name. In the exact right order. My stomach just dropped. I stood there staring at the sand, waiting for my brain to find a logical explanation. I looked up at the kids playing nearby. They were totally oblivious to me. My guess is they were just writing the first letters of their own names. Maybe an Alex, a Charlie, a David, and a Sarah were playing together. I don't know. They were just being kids. But the odds of them standing in that order, writing those specific letters, inside a heart, right in front of my feet on the week of her anniversary. It didn't feel like an accident. It felt like a hello. I didn't panic. Instead, I felt this sudden warmth wash over me, like I could breathe properly for the first time in days. My first thought wasn't logical. It was just, oh, she found me. I stood there for a long time. I didn't take a picture. I think in the age of smartphones, we tried to capture everything to prove it happened. But I didn't want to freeze it. I just wanted to feel it. I watched the tide come in and eventually wash the letters away, and strangely, that felt okay too. It felt like a conversation that was finished. I walked back to the hotel feeling lighter. I'm not saying I was healed or that everything was fine, but the heaviness in my chest had lifted a little bit. I know how this sounds to skeptics. If I told my friends, they'd probably tell me it was just a coincidence, or they'd try to dissect the probability of it. That's why I don't tell them. I don't need it to be fact-checked. I know what I felt in that moment. Anyway, thank you for giving us a place to share things like this without judgment. Sometimes you just need to believe it's a message, and that's enough to get you through the day.